What it do, people? Today, I'm gonna tell you a story. So, this is about the time that I had an accident, and the reason why is because I fell asleep at the wheel. So, everybody usually that know me know that I'm a night owl type person, and throughout my whole life, I've always usually, if I'm not doing it the next day, or if I was at school and I was on the weekend, or if I was didn't have to go to work, I'm usually up super late at night, usually. And back when I was in college, I used to hang out at my brother's house a lot, and not just his house, my other brother, my cousins, friends, and all that kind of stuff. So, but this particular day, I was hanging out at my brother's house, and me and my nephews, we pulled an all-nighter, team no sleep. We used to do that all the time. So my brother ended up going to work, and no, he didn't go to work, he was there, but he went to sleep early. But anyway, we was up all night, and I don't know if we was playing Halo or I ain't gonna tell them what we was doing, but we was up and we was just messing around and everything. And I got interested in like working on music or whatever. So I walked into the studio because my brother had one in his house. And I walked in the studio and I sat down and I started writing for a little while. Then I came out and we started playing Halo. It was Halo or Fusing Frenzy or something. But anyway, we played all night. Probably was Halo because we used to play Halo like no tomorrow. Halo 1, boy, we played that thing on easy, on medium and hard. Yes, we played hard and we died so many times on hard. The flood was a mess, but anyway, we playing, you know, and before you know it, the sun is up outside, right? So I'm like, man, all right, I gotta get ready to go to sleep. But at the time, my brother and his wife, we didn't get along. And being that we didn't get along, I didn't want to go to sleep over there because I didn't want to have no drama or nothing. So I hopped into my fix and repair daily, and everybody who knew me back then, I had a tan Ford Escort. I did not want that car, but my pops made me pretty much get it because I was going to school. And anyway, so I make it all the way to, I'm driving home, and I started like getting into the last stretch of getting to the house. And it's a straight shot. It was a straight shot to get to the house. So I get to the stop sign, and I can feel sleep coming on, and I'm like, all right, just let me make the next 10 minutes and I'll be to the house, right? Stop at the stop sign, let the windows down. Did this a couple times, turn the music all the way up. I'm like, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. All you hear is boom, 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 just blasting or whatever, right? So, get to the stop sign, I'm driving. And you know how when you sleepy, and you get to thinking about something, and before you know it, you waking up, and pretty much that's what happened. I'm driving, and I get to thinking about something, and before I knew it, I was like, then I heard real loud, and I was like, oh crap. Look up, I done veered off the road, and I'm now onto somebody's front lawn. My windshield on the passenger side had hit that mailbox, and it was a big crack in the window. It was so loud too. And I wake up, and I didn't even panic when I woke up. I saw the car going, and like it was like the cars that was at the house parked. I see my car about to go, like I'm about to hit it straight for him. So I hit the brake, and the car slid, like this is the car slid, and it like, and then it just barely touched it, right? So I get out the car, and I look, and I'm like, oh man, what happened? So the neighbor come out, the lady who the people mailbox who I hit and ended up in their yard, they come out and they was looking. And now, this is in Mississippi, and a black man has hit their mailbox and in their driveway. So I'm thinking like, oh Lord, I'm going to jail. This ain't gonna end good at all. This is not gonna end good at all. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what's happening. So I get out and I look, right? The right side of the car has damage because of hit the windshield in the mailbox, right? So I look at the front of the car and thank God I did not hit their car. It slid, but it kind of slid like into like a little, you know how when you get a little close to somebody, you just kind of nudge them, but you don't hurt them? That kind of happened. So I get out and look at their car, look at my car. Their car fine. The front of my car is fine. But the right side with the passenger side is the rearview mirror was broke, the windshield was broke. Oh, and the tire got busted because I went up on a curve, right? So I'm like, oh man. Well, it didn't bust, it just warped the tire. I'm like, oh man. So the lady said, I'm like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. And she was like, what happened? I said, I'm sorry, I fell asleep at the wheel. And she was like, okay. And I'm thinking like, oh Lord, I got to give my insurance. Woo, this is not gonna be good. Oh man, the cops gonna come, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Out of nowhere, the lady says, every time we put that mailbox up, somebody has hit that mailbox. I don't think we're gonna put that mailbox there anymore. And she looked at me, she said, sir, you okay? And I said, yes, ma'am. And I looked at her car, she's like, let me see my car. So I backed up, she saw the car, she was like, oh, okay, it's cool. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. I said, oh man. I said, I'm so sorry. I just knew I was gonna get in trouble. I'm like, I'm so sorry, right? So she was like, no, you fine. I'm just happy that you're okay. And the mailbox will be replaced. Don't worry about that. And she was like, no harm, no foul. You can go. And I was just like, I can go? And she was like, yes, you can go. It's okay. Everything's fine. And I was just like, thank you, God. Thank you. So I hop in the car and I go home and the car is like doing this because the tires warped in the side, blah, blah, blah. So I get home and I go in their house and tell my dad, and my dad started laughing. He was like, what you been drinking? And I said, Pops, I ain't drunk nothing. I've been up all night. I said, I should have just went to sleep, but I didn't want to deal with my brother's wife at the time. So I just came home and he was like, ha, you been drinking. Don't be out here drinking and driving, son. Man, so I tried to tell him, I ain't drinking. And then I tell my brother, Tony, and he started laughing. Talking about I was drinking too. And I was like, man, I was not drinking. And after all that stuff happened and my adrenaline finally subsided, I got real scared, like real scared, because I realized that I could have died. You know what I'm saying? You fall asleep at the wheel, you don't know what can happen. And I realized that I could have died, and it scared me for a long time. And like for about maybe 6 months, I was just waking up I wasn't waking up. You know how like sometimes you wake up and you jump when you wake up because like you might have a nightmare or something crazy happen. I was just waking up like that every day for like 6 months. And it took me like I knew if I had a choice, I would have probably drove my car or any car for like 3 months. And my dad was like, nah, you gotta face this. You gotta go on out there and face this. You gotta go on out there and get back in the car and drive. And like after that, the people never called the cops. They never asked nothing. I had given my insurance, and they never asked for any of that stuff. So I thank God for that, because that could have been bad. Like, you running in somebody's mailbox and almost hitting their car and all that kind of stuff. And I had to get the tire fixed, and then I had to get the windshield redone and everything, but it came out of my pocket. I paid some money. I don't forgot how much I absolutely paid, but for a long time, I couldn't drive. And then I got to a point where I was comfortable driving, but ever since then, I don't sit in the front seat of a passenger, like a passenger in the front seat. I can't sit in the front seat anymore. Like, it bothers me so bad. Like when I'm riding and somebody else is driving, my anxiety go through the roof now. So most of the time, that's why I usually get in the back, because I don't know, I feel safer. And I know it sounds weird because you can still get rear-ended and all that business, but I feel safer being in the back. I can't be in the passenger side. So I think about that, man. I think about that. So now, or when I was driving, and I'd get a car soon eventually, but it took a long time to get over that. And like not too long ago, I was in the passenger side of somebody's car, and I could feel it coming back on. And I don't know, I have to distract myself when it comes to that kind of stuff, because ever since that happened back in like 2000, in the early 2000s. I'm talking about the early 2000s, and it's still affecting me now. So now I just usually get in the back seat. So if anybody ever wondered why I don't usually be in the passenger seat of cars or vans or whatever, is because I have anxiety from that one accident that happened so long ago. So I just wanted to give you a little story time.